The boss said to the secretary, Secretary Zhang, this afternoon's contract is very important. You need to organize it as quickly as possible. Just then, a student said, Hey, beautiful lady, you stepped on my vegetables. The secretary angrily started throwing and crushing the vegetables and said, Get out of here. Who allowed you to sell vegetables here? The student said, These are my vegetables. Why are you doing this? The boss said, Secretary Ma, do you have no manners? This is shameful on the street. It was your fault for stepping on her vegetables and you're not even apologizing? Apologize right now. The secretary said, Please forgive me. The boss then said to the student, Oh, I'm sorry. My secretary was a little impulsive and rude. I apologize to you. The student replied, It's okay. The boss said, Your vegetables are ruined. How about this? I have some money. Take it as compensation, okay? The student said, Brother, my vegetables aren't worth that much. Just give me 50 yen. The boss said, You've suffered trouble. The student said, It's okay. Thank you. The boss then said, All right, little girl. Wait a minute. I think you're still a student, right? What time is it? Why aren't you in school? Why are you selling vegetables here? The student replied, I'm selling vegetables here to raise money for my tuition. The boss said, You're raising money by selling vegetables? How much loss did you suffer? The student said, It can't be helped. I'll gather as much as I can. The boss sighed and said, You've had a difficult fate. How about this? Young lady, I have a company called Sunshine Group. From now on, you can deliver all your fresh vegetables to my company cafeteria. We need them too. Can you help me? The student asked, Brother, you just said building number 48 and Sunshine Group, right? Are you the boss of that company? The boss replied, Yes, I am the owner of that company. The student then said, Could you please pay the wages of our summer workers? The boss asked, What wages? Why are you asking random people on the street for wages? The student replied, I worked at your company during the summer. Manager Wang hasn't paid me for 3 months. I need the money to pay my tuition. The boss said, You mean Manager Wang Jinlian? The student answered, Yes. I have no choice but to sell vegetables at your company's gate to raise my tuition. The boss said, What are you saying? Manager Wang has worked for me for many years. How could she withhold wages? Can you take responsibility for what you're saying? The student said, Boss, we villagers don't lie. The boss said, All right, don't worry. I will thoroughly investigate this matter and give you a satisfactory answer. Secretary Ma, go and call Manager Wang to my office. The secretary said, Okay, and left. The boss then said, All right, young lady, let's go to the office. We'll talk there. He told the guard, Carry all these vegetables to the office. The guard replied, Okay. In the office, the boss said, Don't worry. I've already sent someone to call Manager Wang. Once I thoroughly investigate this matter, I will definitely give you a satisfactory answer. The student said, Manager Wang asked me to write a proposal for her. She said after it was completed, I would receive a 3,000 yuan bonus, but she still hasn't paid me. The boss said, Wait, you said Manager Wang asked you to write a proposal and promised a 3,000 yuan bonus? What proposal did you write? The student replied, It was the electric vehicle protection proposal. The boss said, You wrote the electric vehicle protection proposal? That's correct. But what you said about the bonus is wrong. How could it be only 3,000 yuan? When Manager Wang submitted the proposal to me, I gave her a 200,000 yuan bonus. The student thought, 200,000 yuan? The boss said, Don't get too excited. Is this the proposal? The student replied, Yes, boss. This is the proposal. This is my code. The boss said, So you wrote this? At that moment, Manager Wang came in and said, Boss, what's the matter? The boss said angrily, You withheld this young lady's wages. I am firing you from this company right now. Get out. And for more heart-touching stories, don't forget to like and subscribe.